after that snazzy intro, y'all are pumped up to do some coding. I like that one. All right, here we are, back in Codewars once again. And yeah, all my videos aren't going to be Codewars, but a lot of them are right now, so it's still good. All right, index capitalization. This is a 7 from Codewars. Today I'm doing it in C++. So if you want to check out some C++, stick around. If this ain't for you, click on another video. C++ be the language. All right. Given a string and an array of integers representing indices, capitalize all the letters at the indices. So here's some example calls and runs. And yeah, this is going to be a function where you're going to get two arguments. First argument being a string, second argument being an array or vector-like thing that is going to have indices. String and a vector of indices. And what you're supposed to do is at all of these indexes, whatever you want to call them, at these spots in your string, you are supposed to uppercase your string. So you see here in this first example, A, B, C, D, E, F, and you look at 1, 2, 5, at indexes 1, 2, and 5, we have B, C, and F uppercased. So, fairly simple idea, but good practice for some of y'all. Looking at the next one, same string, A, B, C, D, E, F, a different vector, and it's going to be 1, 2, 5, 100. And so we have the same stuff capitalized, and yeah, there's no index 100, so this 100 is basically ignored. So this is telling you that you're going to get some weird indices that are not in your string, and you got to kind of handle that. So you got to build in some way to not try to go to index 100 when it's not there in your string. And yeah, we're gonna build that in. We're gonna bake that into the code, so it's gonna be all good in this neighborhood. So the last part is that input will be lowercase with no spaces. So you don't have to handle any weird input. Very good, very good. So a good thing about strings, to be able to do this exercise, a good thing about strings in C++ is that they are mutable. You can change the content of a string. So I can just take the string that I get and I can uppercase it in place. I don't have to create another string like I do in some languages, or have to build a string like in Java or whatever. So it makes it a little easier where you can just modify the string in place. So as is commonly done, I'm gonna, to solve this, I'm gonna loop through the string, and for each character in the string, I'm gonna loop through the list of the vector of indices, and if the index of this string matches one of these indices, I'm going to uppercase it. That's really how it's gonna go. Yeah, so loop through the string, then loop through the indexes, and if the index of the string matches one of these numbers, I'm going to uppercase. That is a simple explanation on this one. So I'll just list it out a little bit. Loop through the string, less than s dot length. Yep. So I'm looping through the string, and then what I'm going to do in an inner loop is loop. I'll just do the short way. Loop through indices, and I think the the second argument here is a vector. Let me I'll make it a little bigger for y'all in case you can't see. Yeah, you loop through the indices, and so another loop, and I'll do a size t. I remember I get errors sometimes or warnings when I don't use a size t and compare that to the size of a vector. All right, I'm getting crossed up here. IDXS dot size. Yeah, the vector's name is IDXS. And J plus plus. So here, yeah, I'm looping through the indices. Maybe I'll do a little separation. This will be a fairly short exercise. I think. Okay. I'm all about the spaces. Okay. So what happens here is if the index of S matches really a value, whoops. If it matches a value, then we found this index in the original string, and then we can modify it. This is actually the logic that can keep you from indexing using a number that's not in, or an index number that's not in your string, because we do a match where we loop through the possible indexes, and if the index in the string doesn't match an index value in the vector, then it ain't gonna go. So if there's no 100 index in my original string, I'm gonna be safe here. So getting back down to line 11, I'm gonna do an if statement where I'm gonna say, you know, if the element of IDXS, which is that at index j, if that value equals I, which I is the index that I'm in the outer loop, which is the index of the current character. Yeah. If it matches, then I'm going to uppercase this character. Uppercase, uppercase. And because strings are mutable in C++, you can just say, you know, this element equals this, and it changes. Yeah. Once I do this uppercasing, I'm going to break, because once I found a match on this particular turn, I don't need to keep looping through the indexes, I think. I don't know about duplication or whatever, but this will work. So inner loop's good, I think. Outer loop is good. I think everything's good, because that is going to match the characters at a certain index to the indices to be uppercased. So then we just return our string. And I will test it. Looks good there. Let's look at our error. Is it size t? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if length is a size t or not, but anyway, it works. Attempt. All right. Accepted solution. So what I'm going to do here is try to get this on one screen. So if you guys want to pause and analyze, you can. Well, yeah, it's pretty much on one screen. If I make it a little smaller. There we go. Yeah, if you all can see that, you can analyze it. So yeah, loop through the string, For each character in the string, I do a full loop through the indices, and then if a value in the indices matches the current index of the string, I will uppercase the string at this certain index, uppercase it, and then leave, or really leave the inner loop for the next character. So this is the solution to index capitalization, and my name is Dean. I didn't say my name before, but it don't really matter. You got a solution, you saw some code, you saw an explanation, and I am out. See y'all on the flip side.